Right folks, say hello Bob.
Hello Bob.
Right. On the bench today we've got a Raleigh 6-string guitar banjo. It should be 6 strings, it's currently 4.
That's a proper one.
There are a few different types of banjos. You have a 4-string tenor, a 5-string and finally a guitar banjo which is 6. We've got the 6 on today. First banjo we've ever done setup wise, Bob, so what are we doing today?
Basically what we do with a general guitar, it's got a truss rod the side, this particular one has, and you have to alter it via a rod at the back of the banjo itself to get the action right. So we'll be doing that. We'll be attempting to set the intonation on the bridge. That'll be fun. Which is fun. And then it'll be a general setup and clean up, and that's it.
Right, let's zoom in for a close-up. Right guys, with banjo bridges it's always a little bit of a sore subject. Bob, what we're going to do first before we do anything?
Well, what we're actually going to do to get the intonation something right is measure from the back of the bridge there to the saddle there. And we remember that it's 55 millimetre.
55 millimetre.
We put it back at that once we restring it.
And then once we've restrung it, it'll be in its initial place. We will then have to work back and forward. That'll be something you'll see later on in the video. So for now, it's going to be
strings off.
Get the gauges.
Get the gauges out. Then set the neck. Then we'll have the strings off and then carry on from there.
Fabulous. Let's get the gauges. Right Bob, will it differ setting the neck? Obviously we're not on a guitar neck, but it's a guitar banjo, so how do the radiuses affect?
Because obviously the different type of playing with the banjo, you need slight more neck relief there. And I'd like to set it at around 14 to 15 as a start, but you know, so it's at the moment, I'm just going to make a measurement of it now. And it's way over 25, 20.
So that can come down quite a bit.
Come down quite a bit. Well, optimum, I'll try and get it down to 15.
So our initial assessment of that, folks, is it's at about 20 at the minute. We'll end up doing this when the strings are on. It'll be a little bit easier than trying to do it now. So we've got more than we needed to start with. So strings are going on now, and then we'll show you the setting of this and the intonation as we go. Strings off, let's clean the neck.
Okay.
With most videos you'll see that we clean the neck generally with a solvent, cleaner, antibacterial. This is our soapy solution that we've got. Nothing really different on the banjo neck other than the spacing of the frets, just paying a bit more time and care around the fret area. Then we're going to polish these up, aren't we Bob? Yeah. Anything special regarding polishing the frets on a banjo as they are a bit thinner?
No, just the same sort of stuff, but they use a finer grade of the stuff.
So we won't use anything that's quite as sharp?
No, just like a light abrasive, something like a polishing compound.
Fabulous. We're going to get this cleaned. We'll polish the frets up shortly. And you owe me a new toothbrush still.
I know. Well, you can have mine after I'm nearly finished.
Oh, I don't want that, bloody hell.
Right, now we're going to polish the frets up a bit now. There's a couple of types of polishing stuff. That's a coarse and that's a fine one. Because there's not much wear on these frets, we just polish them up. This gives you a bit of gentle polish, making sure you don't get anywhere near the fretboard itself. Just give it a nice polish, as you can see. There is a little bit of wear on these, but nothing too much to worry about. And that basically is all there is to it. I've just got to do the other 20 now, and then we'll give it a good cleaning, sterilising, and then lemon oiling, then we'll restring it.
Right folks, with the sterilising fluid we just use a little bit. As we say, the interest of hygiene always being... Oh, me nuts dropped! Bob! Me nuts dropped.
Oh, that's alright, we'll sort that out.
Another video folks, we've now got to glue this back on very there's no glue at all there.
They just put a smidgen of glue in those holes and it acts as basically a peg.
So the beauty, folks, you've got an added it's the 2-disc collector's edition today. We're going to show you gluing the nut back on a bit later. That was an unexpected extra job. You can do that one.
Yeah, okay, I'll put that to one side.
Right folks, an added video coming, fabulous. Right folks, extra job we didn't anticipate on what we're doing now. We've left 2 of the older strings on, as you can see, our spacers just separating them Bob's going to get the glue in now. We are going to have to let this settle overnight. We can't start manipulating it too quick.
No.
So Bob, if you just give us a bit of glue, please, mate. We apologise if we block the camera.
You don't need to put too much on because it's not important too much.
Just a holding glue.
Just to hold it.
That's going to go in. You're going to spread it for us nicely.
Just going to spread it with my trusty tool. Use a bit of cloth or something rather than.
I'm surprised we used a pencil. Well, that will now go on and sit. Bob, if you want to position that for me.
Position that there now.
And now we're going to get the strings, just the outside ones that we did earlier, onto the nut.
Onto the nut. Now just tension them up.
Give them a bit of tension. Nothing too major. And do you think we should let that sit now tonight?
It's got to sit there now, let the glue, because it'll act as a pocket into those two little holes, forming like a little ring of glue, solid glue to stop it from moving. Right
then, folks, we're off to bed, and we'll see you tomorrow for the final restring and setup of it. Right, this, folks, a little bit different to what we usually do with the guitar. It's been held on by the actual hook. If you can just see there, we actually hook the strings over and pull through. One of the most fiddly jobs in the world. It's not like a normal guitar style, but even though it's a guitar banjo, we hook on there and then have to string up the other end. Bob's going to have to hold that in for me. It's on a one-person job, you do get your hair off. Bob's never grew back after he got his hair off.
I had one grow.
We'll tension it up, and then Bob can let go of the string now. That is held in place, and we'll do the others.
And there again with these, you work from the outside in. It keeps
try and keep the bridge balanced.
In the middle, keeps the bridge balanced.
Right guys, a bit of a sneak preview into what the banjo's like. Underneath this crown plate that we've got, do apologise if we're blocking. Bob's going to talk to you about two types of setups. We've got the truss rod at the top to speak about, which I know we've got to set at the end. But this is something a little bit different, Bob. If we remove
just lift it up
the carcass.
And if you show it to yourself there, you'll find there is a rod. You can adjust up and down, but it also adjusts in and out. What that does, that's a thread that pushes and pulls on that banjo, and it'll actually bring that up or down. Now in this case it needs to go down slightly to bring the strings near to the body. So in that case it would probably just, I'll just show you a quick demonstration. You'd probably just do that and just take this a few turns either way.
Again, a very slow process, unfortunately.
And you just keep
drop it down, measure it again.
You got your required measurement there and there.
So we're off a game of Guess Who. Let's see if we can get it right, and then we'll show you the intonation with the bridge and the final neck adjustments. Okay, the intonation process, this is a fun game for you to try at home. It's very similar in keeping the scale length exactly the same. Obviously we've not got screws to adjust, so Bob and I have an age-old system called trial and error. We hit the open string, which we know is in tune. The 12th fret, that's sounding sharp to me at the minute.
Yeah.
We're going to get a tuner on to do this shortly, folks. You're going to have to move this bridge back and forth until we get the match. Now it could be a straight line, it could be a slight curve, it could be a bit more this way. We won't know until we get the first string. We'll have a guideline. It has got to come back a bit, as Bob mentioned. Once we're happy that the open string and the 12th, which is it's nearly there, is right, we'll put it in position, and with a pencil we'll make a faint marking around it. That way if the bridge does ever move out, we know where it can go. This is very, very painful, unfortunately. So we're not going to show you this in full. It's going to be a couple hours for us, but we're going to be moving the bridge to and fro to get it intonated on the 12th fret. Okay, folks, we're on the very, very final step. How's it been, Bob?
Oh, I hate banjo.
It's been an interesting setup. We think we're on the final bit now. Intonation is done. We've got the pencil markings round. That was about 3 hours, by the way, just to let everyone know. How far off are we on this now?
I think we just need a little bit more. I said 14th there. I'm just going to check it again now. Just need a little tweak on that.
Touch.
Yeah, just a bit more. Hold it now.
Try that.
Touch more. Yeah.
We are done.
Right. We are done.
Fabulous. Time for a sound check. Right, guys, finally done and strung up. Let's see how it sounds. Hi folks, say hello Bob.
Hello there.
As usual, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and give us a like. We'll see you next time. No, it's not a drum. Look, it's a drum. It's a banjo.
Hello.
Deal. Right. I'll hit you with that in a minute. Stop it. Just trying to be a professional outlet. You ready?
Go.
Hi folks. Say hello Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Right. That's sound, that is right. Right, tighten the truss up. Can you pass the screwdriver? The screwdriver.
Oh, sorry, man.
Thank you.
What are we going to do with this?
Don't tempt me.
Sorry,
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa,
living on a prayer.
we are Banjovi.
Banjo.
And if they were fronted by Ken Dodd, it'd be by Jovi.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Right guys, bridge has been drawn round now to hold the positioning. So what we're going to do now is look at the final tune. Where are you off to now?
Have a cup of tea. It's alright.
God's sake. We're trying to film a bloody video here.
I was coming back. I was alright.
You think we're joking, folks? We've gone into catering, we got sandwiches and bloody Abby, I'll see the wine list when you get a second.
Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm up.
Abuse of the staff. Right.
Oh, well.
I'll do you a cup of tea, Bob.
Good out, Abby.
Bob, when you're ready, man.
Oh, we're filming.
We ain't paying you by the hour, mate.
What am I doing now? I'll give you.
That's it, yeah. Right, I'm giving. What time's that ring and ride coming for you this afternoon? Right guys, time for a sound check. Are we ready?
I think so.